Hello, boys and girls. This is a story about Corduroy. He's a little bear. And this story is written by... The story is written and the pictures are also done by him, by Don Freeman. Corduroy was a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. You see him there, waiting. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look. There's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button on one of his shoulder straps." Oh, dear. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. Corduroy's sad, the little girl's sad. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'm going and seeing if I can find it." Looks like he's going to be going on some sort of a investigation. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down his shelf. And began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Do you think he'll find it? Do you have any ideas of where he might find it? Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator and up he went. Have you ever gone on an escalator? Could this be a mountain, he wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. Is it a mountain? He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Oh my goodness. Look at all of those beds. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." Do you think he lives in a palace? He wandered around, admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattresses, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop, off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Oh dear, and what did he fall into? Banging into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Oh boy. I wonder if anything is going to come of that crash. Oh, here we go. Corduroy didn't know it. But there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was doing his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." Because does the lamp just fall over by itself? What do you think? Who do you think he's going to find? He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the covers. Who do you think that is? "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" How did Corduroy get upstairs? The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator. I bet he does not really know that Corduroy got up there by himself, or got to that bed by himself, and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. And I don't think Corduroy got his button either. Let's see what's going to happen next. Oh, there's that little girl. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customer came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. She looks quite happy. What do you think she's going to do? "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." That's exciting news for Corduroy and for Lisa. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. Do you think Corduroy is going to be happy to have a new home? Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like the enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know, I've always wanted a home." You see Corduroy's bed there? That looks like a great size bed for Corduroy. Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on her overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." There she is, sewing on a button to Corduroy's overalls. Do any of you know how to sew? "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. What is your favorite stuffed animal that you have at home? And do you consider him a friend? I bet you do. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.